Good afternoon from London. I am back. You can hear that now the sound of the sea is being subsided, something like that, from the sound of the traffic. So it's okay. It was a great 2 weeks. I enjoyed the weather. I enjoyed the sun. I enjoyed the sea. So I recharged a little bit mentally, spiritually, and now I'm back to the trains, to the aeroplanes, to the cars, to people shouting, and so on. And that's fine. I miss London as well. You know, it's a little bit of a love and hate. You know, at the same time, I miss the multiculturality of this city, this unique mix of cultures that only London, I think, has. Because I feel like London is the only city amongst all the country I visited, and about all the countries and cities, big city I know, that has, I would say, basically everyone from around the world, and living, I would say, quite in peace to each other. This is just my opinion, but might be wrong, but that's what I miss about London, and that's what I think London is great, and why I like it. Even it's not perfect, but there is no place that is perfect. I've been around a little bit now. I lived in many countries and cities. Every place has a good and bad, pro and con. So I was thinking about what I could talk about today, and I mean, there are quite a few things that happen in all those years, like spiritually wise, but the most common, I would say, synchronicities. So that's why I was thinking before I started to record this audio and video, that was like, when you talk to some people and they say, oh, I can hear, the spirits, I can hear the soul, they can talk to me, they send me messages, or I can see souls that others cannot see. I can predict the future. I do dreams that become real, like in my case, synchronicities. For some reason, like, my life has been full of synchronicities, full. Or, I believe that everyone has it. It's just that some people like me, they just decided to notice it, and that's why they can see all the time. But I don't think it's just me. It's just something that peculiar of me. I think it's something that if everybody start to observe, they will realize that everybody has it. So what I was thinking about which story I could talk about today, and this is obviously going to be another synchronicity, and it is about in New Zealand again, and this is when I met someone that knew my cousin. So this is actually nice. I think they're all nice, interesting stories, but this one I like it a lot at the time. So yeah, I was working on K Road, and this big guy, Polynesian, you could tell it was Polynesian, come for a coffee. I remember it was a cappuccino, and he recognized my accent and asked me if I was Italian. So I tell him yes, I am, and he started to speak Italian fluently. So it's like, how do you speak Italian? Like, I mean, it's like, look, just, I mean, because I said, I asked him, where are you from? He said, told me he was Samoan. So I said, a Samoan living in New Zealand. Like, why? Why you can speak Italian fluently? I mean, which, it was a bit strange. Yeah, he could obviously learn it because he liked it, but it's not something that you pick as a language to learn, especially, in that part of the world so far away from Italy. And yeah, he tells me, no, look, I play rugby, and I played rugby for 8-9 years in, I can't remember, I think Rovigo or Calvisano. I think it was Calvisano. But anyway, it was a rugby team playing in the first league in Italy. So, but the thing is that the team he played was the same team where my cousin played. So I told him, look, my cousin, he played rugby and he played for the Italian team, and he played for the same team, it's like Calvisano or Rovigo. And he said, well, yeah, no, of course I know him. Of course I know your cousin. It's like we played together for like 8 years, and it's, he's a good friend of mine. It's like, but he's incredible, and he knew him very well. They played together. That's why he learned Italian, and so for me it was like, especially because I was at the beginning, I was starting to have those, small and big synchronicities, and confirming me that this universe was, more. There was more of what I knew, what I could see, and so I was starting to, like, wow. There is more. There is much more. This is not just what. It's not just like I was born, I grew up, I got old, I died. It's more than that. So that's why it was like, it was a great synchronicity, because it was just at the beginning, and everything was new. Everything was was like wow. So obviously now it's like I got used to. So when that happened, it's like it's still I still be like, oh wow, but it's like, oh wow, cool, and then I move on. So that's another story to you that is listening. It's not really about the video. The video is just a background, just to show around. Just I don't like to to put my face. Nothing wrong with that, but it's just I want the stories. It's not about me. It's about the whole, and about try to show that to you listener that there is something that there is something else than what we think it's me and my ego. There is something more than that. That's what I want with those audio video, is to give you something to think about. All right, hopefully that I'm actually giving you something to think about, and it will be for the next story. Have a good night.